Hey guys, and welcome back to yet another episode of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. In the last episode, we cleaned up our map a little bit, but not in the way that we usually do when we clean up the map in terms of picking up and gathering loot. Instead, we cleaned up the map by going around and committing several murders and wiping out those pesky zealots that had been inconveniencing me like they do. So now with all those zealots good and dead, it's time to continue our noble quest of, you know, getting all the kingdoms on my side. So we're going to go talk to Ranvi. But first, I'm going to give all these medallions I've collected to Hytham. Here you go.
Here. This marks fewer members of the Order.
Another one? You are certainly proficient. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. There are more medallions to...
Poison Strike? Whoa. I didn't think he would give me any abilities. He gave me 2. Okay, so I think I've used them all at this point, right? Piercing Shot I've used, kind of disappointing. This one is really cool. I've used it once, but I don't think I really got enough use out of it, so I'm going to leave that one. Incendiary Power Trap is extremely useful. Focus of the Nornir is also super OP. So I think I'm going to replace Piercing Shot with this guy. I still definitely have plenty of range abilities to use. But now I have, where was it? This guy? I'm going to put this over here. And then I have, you know, cool poison weapons. I wonder how that even works in terms of poison. Okay, cool.
What is it you do here again?
When you eliminate any member of the Order of Ancients, bring their medallion to me. It will help to keep a tally of how many still live.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
Okay, so I didn't realize I killed 4, but I mean, I probably have throughout the entire game. But let me use my skills. I am well over level 130 now, guys. Well, not well over, but I am over it. Which is pretty crazy, if I do say so myself. We get another adrenaline shot for going this way, so that's definitely something I want. But yeah, we're well strong enough to go to the area of Shropshire. And the only reason why I'm not going there now is because, you know, it's not the next area on the list. Next area is London. But it does seem to be that an issue that a lot of people were kind of worried about, up to and including myself, is actually not much of an issue in this game, and that's that in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it came up that there was a chance that you might not be able to do missions yet.
I want to see the Alliance
Like,
map.
you would get level blocked from doing missions, so you would get a mission, unlock it that was level 36, but you would only be level, let's say 30, and then you have to just do side quests until you got up to 36. That doesn't seem to be an issue in this game, where I'm barely doing any side missions, and I am well strong enough.
But it resists all attempts to be held.
Hytham claims the city is overrun by a strange cult, the Order of the Ancients. He asks that I track them down and kill them. Doing so may help the honest people there, and earn us an ally in the process.
In a city so chaotic, it is worth a try. Approach by the north gate and start asking around.
Let's go.
I will.
Good. I await your return.
Yeah, I've noticed that, Ranvi. Kinda don't want to talk to her. Just gonna bring up that kiss. I'm not ready to discuss it. So yeah, we have plenty of quests back in Ravensthorpe to do as well, and I don't really have a good reason for procrastinating those. But Anyways, let's fast travel to here. I'm gonna fast travel all the way across to there, and then I'm gonna get on my horse. Like I'm gonna swim across the river, get on my horse, and then run across to London. Possibly collecting some of the loot on the outskirts of London, but I don't think so. I might just run into the city. It's interesting. I want to see if London ends up being just as big of an area as the other areas, because I mean geographically London's going to be very small. It's just one city. But it might just be very dense, so it'll be one city, but there'll be like 10 quests in this one city. So we'll see how it works out like that. Alright, so before I get moving, which I really do want to get moving. Actually, my crew can just go ashore. I don't need you guys. I just want to get some arrows, because if you guys watch... Whoa, are those crocodiles? No, those are good. I don't know why I thought they were crocodiles, I don't. I just got real scared. But yeah, if you guys were watching last episode, you will have noted that I kept on going into these fights with the zealots without any arrows in my quiver. And it was definitely not intentional. It was just... I don't know, I just didn't have any arrows, and because I was going straight from enemy to enemy, I didn't have time to restock or anything. So, no range attacks in any of those fights. It was all hand-to-hand. But it did give me a lot more practice than I usually get at my hand-to-hand combat in this game. And because for the most part in this game, when it comes to enemies, these smaller enemies, you don't really need to use tactics on them. You just can kind of mash the attack button and you'll handle them. And then for the bigger enemies, you know, you have your abilities that you gain from killing all the small enemies. So I didn't really have much issues with dispatching those two. But when it came to the zealots, because it's a one-on-one fight, I can't like churn adrenaline on small guys. So I just had to, you know, actually fight those guys properly, and I didn't have any range attacks either. So I basically just had to result on my one-on-one combat skills, which were, I will admit, not very good. But it definitely gave me a lot of practice at it. And so, I mean, you have to watch that episode for yourself to get the full play-by-play. But, simply put, it started off doing real badly, and then I ended up doing pretty good. Alright, so this marks another step in the chapter of needing to find keys that are not very close to the door that they're for. Like, so far in this game, the keys have always been, like, right beside the door. But they've kind of stopped that trend. They've started putting keys very far away. That's interesting. Like, there's a door here that needs a key, and for the life of me, I do not see a key. Like, no key symbol on my map, and I'm walking pretty far away from it.
Cast about this land, my friend.
See a white mark all the way up there. Maybe you have to do a little quest for it. Oh. There's a treasure map in here. There's a lot of arrows, which I kind of need arrows. Poor guy. And a lot of dead people. So, you know, regular things you find in your neighborhood wall. Anyways, I guess I'll just head back to London, because totally didn't give me anything I expected. I think I've mentioned this before, but I always get a little nervous going into the wells because I assume that they're going to be like real world wells, where wells in real life exist to store water, or not really store water, to get you access to water. But the whole thing with that is because there's water at the bottom of wells, obviously. Because there's water at the bottom of wells, it erodes the sides of the wells and makes them very, very smooth, even though they're made out of stone. Which means the idea of being able to climb out of a well is pretty unlikely, because there would be nothing to climb up. It would be completely, like, it'd be worn smooth. Anyways, looks like we've arrived in London. And I'm gonna sneak in over the city wall. And looks like we started the London arc. Nice.
I should not be seen in this area.
So I'm gonna real quick try to sneak into this area. How did he see me? Get out of here. Alright. All indications point to this being an underwater entrance. All indications point to me being unable to break through this. It looks completely breakable, doesn't it, guys? There we go. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't break that. Looks like the guy upstairs has the key. Does this guy know that he has a key for a chest that's underwater? Man, talk about arm strength. Alright, off to hell with you. I mean, you guys can look for me all you want. I'm about to run away. Bye. See you never. Is this all for an ingot? Oh man, I thought this was for the armor. That's so less worth it. Nickel ingots. I feel like we got plenty of those now. Yeah, if we look at London, London only looks like it has like 7 wealth items. So I don't think this area is going to be particularly long. Maybe a little mini area. But anyways, let's head to the quest indicator. I saw that there was armor over there. I feel like it's gonna... It probably looks pretty simple to get to that armor, but I'm going to make the crazy assumption that the armor for this guy is going to be possibly located in another one of those assassin bureaus, because I remember one of the bureaus was in London. I know one was in London, one was in Leicester, and the other 2 were in a bunch of places I don't think I could pronounce. I think one was Gloucester, and that's about it. So I think that's where that armor is going to end up being. And so, assuming that it takes me a while to figure out where the entrance is to that one, which I'm just saying based off the fact that last time it took me a while to find it, Yeah, last time it took me a good 15 minutes or so to find the entrance to the Hidden Ones Bureau. And it was just there. It wasn't even like super hidden or anything. So under the assumption that it takes just as much time to find it this time, I'm gonna focus on getting to the main story quest first. So it's fun that we're in London right now, because we've been in London in Assassin's Creed before. I think this is the only time in all of Assassin's Creed that I can think of that we've actually gone to the same location in 2 different games. Maybe I'm wrong about that. No other example comes to mind though. But except for maybe like Monteggiano in Assassin's Creed 2, which we might have been to in multiple games, which I can't remember if that's true. We might have been there. Yeah, I think we were there in Assassin's Creed 2, and then it's hard to remember, but I think we were there in Assassin's Creed 2, and then we were there again in the very, very beginning of Brotherhood. But besides that, I don't think we've ever been in the same location in 2 games, so that's pretty crazy. So of course, this is us in London in the year 850 or so. Making this easily having taken place 1,000 years before the next time an Assassin's Creed game comes to London, which is in the Jacob and Evie Fry game, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So, and also since this game takes place before that game, I don't imagine there's going to be any Easter eggs for Syndicate, but there might be. I don't know what there could be. Like, I'm trying to dig through my mind thinking of what Easter eggs they could put in London. Nothing really jumps to mind though.
Cripple Gate of London.
I beg patience all. We'll have this rat cleaned up in no time. Keep it steady, huh? Here, love. Hey, bear up, Master Ame. You'll be on your way shortly, huh?
Something of a shepherd, aren't you?
It can feel that way, aye. Can I help you with something?
Who governs this burr? I would like to speak with him, if I can.
Ah, the Governor Trigger. Good and fair Dane come to London 4 year back.
Trigger?
Aye, most hours of the day you can find him at the old villa, dealing with all manner in Avery. Stow!
Nice chops.
Avgos wants his cut of the summer harvest. Shit, Carl. Huh? What's the holdup?
We're talking.
Gentlemen, the farmers of Mercia have paid their burden already. If Avgos wants more, he can petition for it.
Petition for it? Well, you can tell that old mud merchant that if he wants his apple, he can bob for it.
Belongs to Master Ame, sir.
Bob for it!
That is filthy.
Bob for it!
Well, I make friends easy. Just got to London, I'm already punching people.
God grant me strength!
Is this kind of noise common to London?
Now, we've a quiet day once in a great while. And try not to kill anyone, eh?
And well, your face is a skull cap stove.
Watch your head there!
Eyes on your own! Eyes on your own!
Alright, easy enough. Rung this guy's bell pretty quick. Coming off of the last episode of fighting the zealots, these guys seem like chumps.
God in heaven, you fight like the devil's stolen your bread.
You give some hard knocks yourself.
Road, be a good lad and prick the names of those that pay their food tax, will you? Right then. You've some dealings with Governor Trigger, was that it?
I'll have dealings with any who can deliver a fair friendship with my Raven clan. If that's you, then all the better.
Ah, no. Trigger's your fellow. I'm the Shire Reeve of London's westerly half. I keep things ordered and fair.
Shire Reeve is not a name that rides easy on the tongue.
Reeve's my title, sorry. Stow's my name. Stow of London.
Ooh, another romance option.
It's good to meet you, Reeve Stow.
I don't quite know him that
London
well,
sits on
so
sturdy shoulders.
To be fair, I'm not the only Reeve.
we're going
There
to
are
be
two
a
of
little
us now,
platonic about
and
this.
the governor to boot. We do our best in these times, wild as they are.
Take me to your governor, Stow. He sounds like a man worth knowing.
Right then. Station filled, flock shepherded, and off to Trigger we go. What can I call you? Humbler of thugs? Dane Hammer?
I am Eivor, of the Raven clan. We have a settlement to the north, just off the River Neen.
Well, I owe you a great debt, Eivor. You're a worthy ally.
That romance option came really fast. It was like, typically
So
with these
this is
romance
London.
options, we've gotten to
A
know the
city built
people
by giants.
like pretty well
So they
before
say.
it gives us the option.
She's an old
And this
place,
one was just like,
steady as they come.
hey, nice to meet you.
But there's a mystery
romance?
here I quite adore. I was raised here, in fact. Learned the scriptures of Christ's apostles in Lundenreach. I was Saxon Borough, just past the western walls.
You're not a priest, are
He
you?
runs pretty weird though,
No.
look at that.
No, I was raised by them. And for a penniless bastard, I turned out pretty well.
A penniless bastard, and now London's fearless Reeve.
Well,
I mean,
it's
Eivor
Trigger
seems to
who
like
saw
him a lot.
something in me.
Like,
He judges not
she's
the
like non-stop
circumstance of
flirting.
my birth. His two hands, left and right, on me and a Dane-born soldier, Erke. Erke's an orphan of the last Viking horde put down in London for a season. 2 or 3 years back now, it must have been. It's through Trigger I met Erke, and now we Reeves walk the city like parents looking after our children. A native son, and an imported Dane. See, London's a city built of many pieces. Wait. Something's wrong.
Iron on the ear. This blood is fresh.
These were good men. What's happened here?
That's unfortunate. Let's head inside. Just once I want to come to town, everything's going to be done for me, and they're just going to be like, yeah, cool, let's be friends.
God, no. No, no, no.
It took 3 arrows to kill him. The next 12 were an insult.
O Lord, deliver these men with the light of thy countenance visiteth and shines upon them.
You've no need for outsiders, Stow. It's a private matter.
There's no cause to be leery. Eivor had my back in a brawl at Cripplegate. More thugs from the garrison.
You must be a real broker to hold your own against those shithugs. It's time to fatter those men, Stow. It can't go on like this.
I mean, that's obviously Trigger's body. I don't want to ask a stupid question. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's Trigger, and it was a decoy that got killed. What's
If
that?
this one had a head, you'd be calling him Trigger. Yes? Your governor?
God above, the man is dead. Some respect, please.
We'll get along well, you and me.
No,
You must
apparently that
be
was a dumb
Erke,
question.
London's second Reeve?
Erke Botel's son, yes I am. Are you telling me this gut bucket called me second Reeve?
First in the Eastborough, and a man I trust with my life.
Stow's never been a good judge of character.
Erke, this is Eivor. She came to meet with Triga, to seal the bonds of friendship with the clan.
He would have welcomed you heartily. He was a trusting man. And I got him here.
Have you found anything?
I just arrived. The killers left a ladder on the body there.
I'll have a look around.
Triga had men with him at all times.
Alright, let's investigate.
It must have been known to him. Well enough to
Sorry.
This letter. Someone wanted us to see it. From Rome went an order of heretics who worshipped the relics of a time before Christ.
Erke, this was the letter he told us about. Said it contained fearful news about London.
It warns of free such heathens who have infiltrated London. His killers, I
Alright,
expect.
let's obviously order the Ancients members.
well enough to get close without suspicion.
Good and holy Christ, that could be most anyone. He governed this burg. Oh dear.
What is it?
Dirty notes from a mistress. Sorry. Mistresses. Intrigue's desk.
Oh,
Ooh, the trigger gets them round.
Old man had a wandering hand. And I.
I didn't know.
Don't mind if I loot a little bit.
He didn't
Uba,
want you to.
Uba, my
was
commander,
his
my
secret
friend.
to keep.
I hope you are in high spirits in this warm weather. While London never gets as cold as Norway, it rains here
Besides,
nearly
enough
every
blood
day.
to repaint the
I feel as
city's
cold
faded bricks.
and gray as a fish.
No.
A common affliction here I found. Still, the wattles hold strong, and our larders stay fat with bounty. I do not miss going a Viking. I've seen enough golden sunrises for my day. Now I am ready to rest on my laurels and have my taste of the city's trollops. If you grow tired of sleeping on ships or wearing Eivor around your neck like a noose, that says, there is always a throne for you here, your brother in arms, Trigger. So apparently Trigger and Eivor and Uba are very good friends. I haven't seen them since Leicestershire. Well, hello.
A barber surgeon's tools. Sharp and precise for easy butchery. Must have been what was used to free Trigger's head from his neck.
Interesting.
3 sets of footprints leave. 2 average, and 1 massive.
So it looks like we're identifying that these 3 are our Order of Ancients members. I think we're assuming that's all 3 of them? Talk to this guy. Hello, let me talk to you. Hello, let me talk to you. My god, sometimes the prompts in this game just don't come up when you want them to.
I can't make head or foot of all this. I just can't.
Look at us, sitting on our laurels while Eivor does all the work.
I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything, guys. I think I got everything in here. I'm kind of beating myself. I've been going back through and looking at and editing my the other videos in the series, and I've just found out in the video for Grant of Bridgeshire, which is of course the first kingdom we go to. That if you remember my playthrough of that, I accidentally killed Galen, or accused Galen, with pretty much no evidence. I just, thought he seemed the most guilty, so, or most suspicious. So I hard accused him, and then he died, and I felt really bad about that, because it's like there was probably a way for me to know for sure who the killer was, and I don't know why I just guessed. So I ended up going back and rewatching that, and I found out that I missed a scene from much earlier where you actually see the longship that's painted. So you have hard proof that Galen is actually the killer. I just completely kind of guessed it. Because he seemed the most suspicious. But I don't want that to happen again, guys. I want to know for sure who the killer is, because I found them with the gun in their hand. Okay, well I've looked around all over, and I see absolutely nothing else in here. So I'm assuming whatever is left might be outside. mean, wherever it is, it's clearly not easy to spot, right? Is it this? Just some money on the floor. I have to talk to him. Can I talk to you? Swear to God, guys, I can't find anything. Ah. I've been doing so good this game so far about remembering to look up, and this is, I think, the first time where I've completely forgotten to. And yep, it's right above me. Whoa. Not exactly subtle.
I do not envy this man's death. Hang on, there's something in his hand. This was not Trigger's seal.
No, it looks Roman in origin. Must have been on a ladder he opened.
It must have been significant to this god for him to grasp it, even in death.
Perhaps it's what got him killed.
I think I have a clear idea of what happened here.
Do you? Because I don't. Assuming he got information.
Trigger was shot where he sat, probably as he read the letter. One of his guards grabbed the seal and tried to escape. He didn't make it. A second killer found him first. He met his end at the noose, lifted by the bigger man. A third attacker took his eyes, then came for Trigger's head. Symbolic, maybe. Headless leader, eyeless guards. The killers were without fear. This kill was a message. Their footprints leave together. 3 sets heading back to the courtyard. The letter mentions 3 heretics, named only by monikers. The Leech, the Arrow, the Compass. Signed by someone calling himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Poor fellow soldier. Odd name.
3 names, 3 killers, as you said.
Baldersack. It could be anyone in London. Who can we trust?
Only the people in this room, I fear.
Even that would be unwise, until we know more.
I mean, 2 of you have bows, so
Arrow
either of
is
you could have been the
described as
archer.
a pugnacious Dane invader. That describes too many in London.
The Leech hails from Wessex. London is home to many of them as well.
And the Compass, a Frankish captain.
Less common, but no face comes to mind.
What is this symbol here?
I recognize that from the Mithraic temple. I passed it on the way here.
What's the Mithraic temple?
Is that a church?
A church? Heavens, no. Mithras was a pagan idea. A so-called god beloved by the ancient soldiers that built this city. Our city is overrun with cowards. We may be next to fall if we don't resolve this sick fermentation of hate.
I've told you, this city answers to blood and power. We should serve as such.
I can't leave him like this. I need to.
We'll get the church to see to it, Stowe.
No. No, it should be me. I must ready him for judgment.
I understand. Only get some air from time to time. It reeks in here.
Erica is a little
brother.
suspicious. They said that the guy is a Dane. The Arrow is a Dane.
Well, now the locals have caught a whiff of this.
And Erica is a Dane, and he is a bow. So I'm not sure if I fully trust him. But anyways, let's see who else we got. We got the Compass. I think that's the only guy I really have clues on, right? The Arrow and the Leech. So it's all 3 of these guys. And assuming if I get rid of these 3 guys, I'm going to find out who the Keel is, and I can take over London. So, a Frankish sailor who leads the sect, who is large and strong. So the Arrow is a Dane, and a Wessex-born Londoner. Alright.
The temple is yours to explore, Eivor. It's to the east of here. I must wear my reef's face for it.
Alright, so let's go check out this temple.
Fight is over. Town hall will follow soon.
Trust no one. They could all be the killer.
Should the Reeves change their minds, I will have to gut them and put a puppet atop London's throne. But Stowe seems a good man. I will trust his word.
Oh, you seem to really be into the Stowe character.
What do you see soon?
Kind of wondering if I should have accepted the romance option based off how much you seem to like him.
The Temple of Mithras. Well guarded for a tangle of old ruins. I need to find the entrance.
Oh, hey there. So you off to investigate the body? It's understandable. I don't know how he would have seen the body, though. Well, I found the entrance. Also found a lot of guys looking near the entrance. I'm not sure if I can get through here without killing a bunch of people.
Won't take long.
Oh, looks like murder is the way to go. Damn it, get closer. I think in the beginning of the game I was a lot more committed to the stealth aspect. Whoa, bad choice. Bye, buddy. Alright. Perfect stealth. Not a single person saw me get in here. Who is behind the order? I wonder if this is going to be the Hidden Ones Bureau. Oh, is there something? Ah, there it was. Am I crazy? Is that not something I can hit? I feel so sure that I'm supposed to do that. Whatever, maybe I won't. This seems sus. No idea.
Tools for a surgeon, finely crafted, like we found in the villa. And there is a letter here, arranging payment to a blacksmith.
Interesting. Not sure where this way goes. All the clues seem to be behind me. Just gotta conserve my arrows. Oh, we got some loot. Shield. Or Brighton Shield, depending on how you're supposed to pronounce that.
Messages between the leech and the compass.
Compass,
Healing,
his head and
gutting.
eyes will
The leech is
remain
a
with
strange
me
one,
for
but the
greatly
compass calls the strikes.
for they greatly aided my work. We are the wet machines of an early age, and there is nothing about us that cannot be improved with effort and pain, Leech. I have arranged a meeting with Trigger tomorrow morning to discuss the opening of the port to Franchian concerns. This will be his last negotiation. Be ready with your tools. The arrow will bring its own. Father, Mother, and Sacred Voice go with you. Let our wretched origins be known. We are the instruments of the ancient gods. We are the refuse of the ancient world. Yet we are the hope for an era reborn. Let our great task be stated. We are the shepherds of our Creator's will. We are the curators of our Creator's tools. We are the new masters of the world they made. Let our loyalties be clear. The Father of understanding guides us. The Mother of wisdom inspires us. The sacred voice fills our hearts with boldness. Let it be known. We men and women of the Order of the Ancients are the natural arbiters of the world. Let all those who oppose us perish in pain. We are everywhere, we are eternal. In the name of Mithras, the last warrior, go forth and dominate. Reclaim the world that is ours. So not a big surprise there. These guys are members of the Order of the Ancients. Kinda knew that.
The compass holds sway over the others. He has ordered the arrow to recruit archers in a market to the west. Worth a visit.
We must increase our strength through stage a coup. Drum up some support from the layabouts at West Market. Archers are needed in force. We need them to man those new springalds you're so enamored with. I will return when you send word of your success. That gives us a lot of evidence as to where the...
I've got enough to go on for now. Erke and Stowe must seal this. I see more bloodshed in London's future.
So it definitely heavily hints that... Well, we got another clue to the identity of one of them, right? Oh, I went the wrong way. Man, I don't remember how I got in here. Where's the exit, guys? Here it is. So that should help us... Oh wait, that's not the way I came in.
This area is off limits.
Oh, maybe it is. Well, I'm pretty sure no one will see me. Because I murdered them all. So, let's go check if my clues were enough to pinpoint this guy. I don't think they will be. Because this whole section is about the main story, uncovering them. Yeah, not enough. Unsurprisingly, I have 2 out of 3 on all of them. But probably after I do the next quest, I'm going to uncover at least one of them. So, let's head off to the quest. 125. I'm suspicious that Erke is going to end up being the arrow. I don't think it's going to be Stoa, because it seems like a love interest, which I think the game would be interesting if they chose to make the love interest the villain, but I don't think that's the way they're going to go. Once again, I'm completely guessing, I have no idea. But, suspicious of Erke. Alright, so we're back in the Governor's Villa. Took me a while to remember which way I was supposed to be going, but we got there.
It's worth knocking on a few doors, that's all I'm saying.
Tigger wasn't killed because you want to plant a few trees and fix a few roofs in London.
Looks less like a meal for crows in here.
Eivor, you bring good findings, I hope?
A few sheets of vellum, notes between members of a secret society. The Order of the Ancients, they're called.
Order of the Ancients? Doesn't sound any bells in this head. What's the purpose?
That would take some time to explain, but know this, that I am here to kill them. In London, it seems the compass is the head. The arrow and the leech are his hands.
Pet names and secret orders. What a crock. Do we know anything we can act on?
Pretty much all of this. I already told them the compass leads them. That seems relevant. The arrow as a Dane feels very accusatory to Urke. Let's go with the leech by thralls.
Has need of flesh. Been looking for thralls, though I can't say why.
We found a number of dead down by the quays lately, but not thralls alone. Some of the missing we find again in several places, cut to pieces.
Good lord, Erke.
The arrow is a Dane who has seen his share of battle. His name suggests that he's an archer.
I bet my knuckles he's the one sowing discord among the Danes that shelter in London.
If it were me, I'd hide among my ranks, surrounded by other fighting men.
The arrow has orders
Is
from
it
the
you,
compass
Urke?
to recruit soldiers at a market in the west.
I know the very place.
The compass is a mystery. He's mentioned often, but there's little to go on.
Said he was a Frankish captain, did you? To find him, we'd have to mark the ships that came and went along the Thames.
Captains are a transient sort. It may be he's far away, keeping quiet.
That may be, but would he scream if we cut off his hands?
Oh, you've a filthy mind for strategy.
We kill the arrow and the leech, then sit back and wait. Let the compass come to us.
I mean,
Let's
all
not
right.
waste any more time.
It's not a
We'll
great
find the
strategy,
arrow
but it's
and the
definitely a
leech.
strategy.
Killing both should drag the compass back into port. Stowe, I'll catch you at the Western Market.
Count on it.
And I'll make for the quays. There's another few bodies there to fish out of the muck.
It could be the leech is back at work.
God be with us, friends. Go in his name, and be protected by him.
You got it. So guys, I think this is where I'm going to end today's episode. Or at least this episode. In the next episode, we're going to do all those quests that they just started. We're going to track down the compass, the leech, and the arrow. We're going to murder all of them, and then find out that none of them are actually in charge. Someone else is actually in charge. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the little order map has these three listed as little minor guys that all lead to this one guy, the Keel. So I kind of feel like the Keel is the big guy. A Northman who wants to Rigafalca, a bearded, and he has a ship and a crew. I feel like he is going to be the real leader of London, and we're just going to have to kill off these three little guys. But that's what we're going to do in the next episode. So, hope you guys enjoyed this, and hope to see you guys all in the next episode. If you guys did, please try and like, comment, or subscribe. It's up to you. It really helps. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.